Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Through Black and White Eyes on this scorching day. If you're in the house watching this, what you're doing, you should be in the pub garden. But this is why we're here. Thanks to Teletext letting us know Everton 3, Newcastle 1. We're going to discuss the game, discuss a few more things going forward as well, see what Elton thinks of the Everton team and what his hopes are for the season. We should be joined by Scotty soon as well. So I'll quickly go through the comments. Welcome to the view of NUFC Everton game. Typical pre-season, fielding to different sides per half, but I'm sure Elton will be happy. Please like, share, subscribe, hype, promote the channel. It's free, the usual stuff. And please just, be sensible. That's all we ask in the chat. And yes, the charity game finished. I'm totaling everything up tomorrow. Everyone should have their prizes soon. I've got to send a few through the post tomorrow. I've been looking at the wrong number, 17 for 10 minutes. What number? I don't know what you're looking at. I'm actually in Edinburgh this evening covering a breaking story at the Hearts game. I'm heading to Newcastle United after the game and bloody driving late. I wish. Can't believe he started. So obviously there's no way that deal is anywhere close if he's starting a game. There's no way they'd risk him in a friendly if he's about to sign on the dotted line. Happy, you are. You're away at the moment, aren't you? Happy days, mate. We'll go and drive and try and find out what's going on. Evening, Wallace. Hope you're well. And yes, he is playing tonight. He has started, which is a bit of a shame. Right. Let's bring the one and only in. Good evening.
Good evening, Baz.
Yeah, you got a smile on your face, haven't you?
Listen, you don't get carried away by any pre-season friendlies, whether you win them or you lose them. What I look for are the signs. I saw quite a few signs from Everton last night or yesterday evening. I didn't see too many for Newcastle.
Interesting. We'll come to all that. First of all, I want to talk about your lineup. Strong lineup. Do you see this being possibly the starting 11 come the first game next weekend? Apart from Pickford, obviously Pickford's going to start in goal.
Yes,
but it's quite a strong lineup.
No, I don't think that's going to be the starting lineup at all. I can't speak for if you like, the five across the middle, the wide players and the more central ones. I'm pretty sure, unless we make an unexpected signing in the meantime, I'm pretty sure Barry will start up front. But the back four, I really haven't got a clue. I think we'll have a new right back by then. Don't ask me who, because I got no idea. We've probably been linked with a dozen, But I think the middle two in the defence will be O'Brien and Branthwaite. So he keeps persisting. He loves both Tarkowski and Keane. But they are getting a bit long in the tooth now, and Branthwaite and O'Brien are both young and hungry, and I think that they're the future for Everton's back two for quite a few years to come, I would think.
Right. Very interesting. There's a good valid point about the game yesterday as well. That's your third friendly. We've had two.
It really doesn't matter. I just look at what's happening on the pitch.
Yeah.
Sort of ignoring the score line, but admiring the goals.
Yeah, I get that. This is how we lined up.
Yes.
Again, it's pretty close to our starting lineup, but what I think it would be, apart from I wouldn't obviously have Saha in there. I wouldn't have Joe Linton in starting. I wouldn't have a Sula starting.
You wouldn't have Joe Linton? You wouldn't have Joe Linton starting, no?
No, not for me. Well, again, at the moment, we don't have much.
If Eddie Howe was still with you, I think Joe Linton would be nailed on. But I don't know your new guy.
Rock and roll football, the new guy.
Yeah.
That's what he likes to call it. But he plays a different formation.
Jurgen Klopp's was heavy metal, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, heavy metal. He plays a 4-2-3-1.
We're middle of the road.
Middle of the road. The Beatles. I like it. Right. Welcome, Wolsey to our creative background. So we've obviously got at Toon Concept Kits. Everyone knows they do a lot of work for us, but I'm trying to share the burden a little bit. And Wolsey started posting these amazing comic strips to explain what happened in the game. So we bring his first edition to life. So obviously an early goal, bit of a strange one, big mistake in defence by Botman. And then Barry showed his strength, didn't he? And he was quite cool and calm to finish it as well. It was actually a very good finish. And
yes, ably assisted by Harrison Armstrong,
yes.
who many Evertonians are saying should go out on loan again this season. I don't see it. I really don't. I mean, we've got so many who can possibly play in there that maybe he thinks, certainly for the first half of the season, send him out on loan to maybe Preston again or something like that. But I really don't like. I like the boy. I mean, he assisted in Barry's goal. He assisted in Tyrique George's excellent finish as well. I think he might have a bigger part to play this season than a lot of Evertonians are giving him credit for.
Yeah, he did look good, to be fair. Obviously, the penalty, personally think that would have been overturned by VAR because I think he uses his body well. It was Dewsbury Hall, wasn't it, who won it?
Yeah, it was soft. It was very soft.
Yeah, he used his body well, though. He got the ball, his body between the ball and the man. So, I mean, probably in the middle of the park, you'd probably get a soft free kick. But to give a penalty...
He's a very good player. He's a very good player.
He is. And then in the second half, we obviously made a lot of changes. We virtually changed the whole 11. And then pushing forward, we can get into this, and then boom, you go 3-0 up. And it was a very, very quick breakaway goal, wasn't it?
It was. Well, George started and finished it, didn't he? Again, ably assisted by Harrison Armstrong. But I thought his finish was very, very accomplished. You know, the turn and shot, you know, were absolutely terrific. Well done to the young man, because he's permanently with us now. We had him on loan for the second half of last season. He didn't feature a great deal, but you've got to really point the finger at David Moyes over that. Same applies to Tyler Dibbling, who we didn't see yesterday. But Tyrique George, I mean, he's only a kid. You know, when you move from down south up north, whether it should be Newcastle, whether it should be Everton, whether it be United or City, it takes a bit of time to get used to the environment that you're in. And it looked to me, his body language looked right to me yesterday, whereas in the few cameos that he had towards the back end of last season, his body language didn't impress me. I put a lot of store, Baz, in body language. I can see it. And the other one, you know, before we talk more about Newcastle, which I know is what you want to do, was Thierno Barry, the centre forward, who again his body language last season looked all wrong. He didn't look anything. Now I've seen him a couple of times now pre-season, and there is a marked difference in his I hasten to say attitude. Better won't change, but Thierno Barry is changing.
That's good. That's good. Because maybe it's just again because it was his first season, confidence, bit shy, maybe being in a new country.
Yeah, absolutely right. We're still waiting for a similar transition by Tyler Dibbling, our £40 million signing from Southampton. He barely got a look in last season. Now, he apparently, I saw much of it, not all of it, but what I saw of him against Stuttgart, again, I was impressed. His body language looked better. He looked more confident than he did at any stage last season. So all these things are sort of very positive from the Everton viewpoint, you know?
Yeah, I like Tyler Dibbling as well. I think he's a good player. Right, we get our consolation goal. It was quite a nice goal as well, actually. It was a very good pass out the back from Peeves.
Well, what have I told you in the past about Harvey Barnes? Whenever I see him play, he seems to score. I would love us to snap him up before the deadline.
Well, Elton, you keep watching every Newcastle game and you'll score every game, and you might do something.
Well, get in touch with what's his name, your new manager. I've not. It doesn't
I
roll
call
off the
him-
tongue yet.
No, I call him MJ.
MJ. Okay, we'll stick with that. Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question, Baz, which is Newcastle based? Excuse me. How many of your new signings, of whom I don't know anything about any of them, to be truthful, how many of them signed when Eddie Howe was still manager and before you appointed MJ?
Most of them, apart from the goalkeeper, Hornacek.
I'd be a bit worried about that.
Well, I'm not. And I'll tell you why, is because what we've heard is that Eddie Howe already handed his resignation in 3 weeks before we even employed our new manager. But he said, I will stay on until you replace me. So I think Ross Wilson was already buying players knowing Eddie Howe wasn't going to be there. And I think this is what we've got to work on.
Not knowing whether MJ would approve.
That's true.
That right?
Yeah.
That's the point I'm trying to make.
Yeah.
And I go back, and I might have mentioned this on the podcast before. If I have, I apologise, but I will repeat it. Right. Johan Cruyff's autobiography, who for me is the be-all and end-all of football coaches, so much so Pep Guardiola learned all that he acquired, his knowledge was all came from Cruyff. Cruyff wrote in his book, it is an absolute nonsense if a coach doesn't have the main say in who the club signs. And I've taken that to heart, and I believe it. And it strikes me that, you know, your new guy doesn't know your new players. And I'm not sure at Everton whether our recruitment team are liaise as much as they should with the manager.
Well, we don't know how much say or what say.
We don't know. We don't know.
It's impossible to know, isn't it? So
it's hypothetical, isn't it? Really, we don't know unless he comes out at some point in the, you know, maybe in a couple of months' time and says, well, you know, he's not performing, but I wouldn't have bought him anyway. You know, that kind of thing, if you know what I mean. But it's all speculation at the moment. It is hypothetical. We don't know, but it will become apparent. Certainly in the first, say, 2 months of the season.
Yeah.
Maybe about the middle of October, I think we'll get a far better idea of new signings.
Well, we still need more. Anyway, we'll talk about our goal, because it was a very good goal.
Yes, it was.
Started by Pivas. I think that's how you pronounce his name, right? A young Croatian lad at the back who had a very horrible injury and missed almost a year of football. He's only 19. And I thought, he's looked in our pre-season games very accomplished on the ball, but I want to see him defending, because that's what he's there for as well, as a centre-back. But he picked it up, turned nicely, played a lovely ball through the lines, straight to Willock. Willock turned, knocked it out to Murphy, and Murphy found his crossing boots for a change. And there was Barnes on the back post.
Don't knock Murphy, he still might end up at our place.
Well, he can have him. We'll drive him there. And I can't drive. I'll find a way. Well, the ball ended up in the back of the net. It was only a consolation, but there were signs there. The signs that we know what we want to do. It's just whether we can pull it out.
He's not been there long enough, the new MJ,
not even close,
to stamp his authority and to dictate you know, the way he wants the game played.
Well, this is the two different contrasts of the side. So. There's the first 11, and then there's the second. I thought
Visser. Did you say Visser or Visser?
Visser, I think. That's how you say
it. Visser. I thought he started well, actually.
Yeah, I like him. He should have scored his volley. Let's bring Scotty in. How are we doing, Scotty?
Evening, gentlemen. Evening, Elton.
Scotty, how are you?
I'm good. Yourself?
Yes, good, mate. Warm, very warm.
Very, very warm. It's been 33 in the hospital today.
Oh, same of us, and it's hotter in the factory, but there we go. 3 young players there: Charlton, Johnson, and Miley. Miley looks quite accomplished at 16. So this is why I'm like I said at the start. I'm not getting carried away or getting upset about the friendly game because he's literally still trying to work out his squad. This was only his third game. Gates had been the first one, which was no, that wasn't him, was it? He's only had two games, hasn't he?
No, he's had 2 games. Yeah,
two games. Sorry, he's only had 2 games. So I'm we've got to be patient. Do you want to hear the conspiracy theory of what I think?
I want to hear you say Matthias Jaissle first.
Matthias Jaissle. I can't say it. Jaissle. Is that how you pronounce it?
Jaissle.
Jaissle. There we go. Matthias Jaissle.
There we go.
MJ is playing a blinder in my eyes, right? What he's doing is he's working behind the scenes with the players in the coaching. He's got his first 11 and he's drilling them, right? And then when it comes to friendly games, he's giving everybody else a chance to impress. But when it comes to the first game against Liverpool, you will see a side that is ready to play against Liverpool. And I think he's keeping that to himself. And coaches have done this before.
Right.
It's like a double bluff. It's like, oh yeah, we're not doing very well. We're struggling a little bit because we haven't figured out my first 11. And then suddenly you'll see an accomplished side, not fully polished, but much better organised than what we have been, and more of a threat come the first game of the season. Because again, we're playing back-to-back friendlies Saturday and Sunday at the weekend. He's not going to be playing. He's not going to play his first 11 in one of them, and then on the Sunday play the reserves. He's going to mix it up again. So we're going to have no idea what his first 11 is going to be come the Liverpool game.
Same applies to Everton, really.
Yeah,
I agree, but we have been wrong before.
Well, we have been wrong quite a lot of times, but I like that as a conspiracy theory, to be honest with you.
I like your conspiracy theory, mate. I mean, I'm not hitting no alarm bells yet. I'm cautious on what's going on because we do need fresh faces in. He needs backing.
We do. I think I jinxed the whole team because after 15 minutes, I tweeted out saying, "Oh, we're actually controlling the game here. We're doing all right." We had the Wissa chance, then we had the Alanga chance from a mistake from. Was it Milenko at left back?
Mikalenga, yes, he made a few in the first half actually.
Yeah, and Alanga came in and shot a great save from the keeper, but I think Alanga really should have scored that, especially that training video he put out on Tuesday. If you're banging them in and doing those stupid dances, you've got to do it in the actual game, not on the training pitch. So I tweeted out saying, "Oh yeah, this is going all right," and then within 2 minutes of tweeting that out, Everton scored.
Well, just pack it in, will you? You're not allowed to tweet till the 90 minutes are up. Okay?
I'm not allowed. Yeah, I've got to stop. Whatever I say, something just backfires. It's an absolute nightmare. But I did enjoy the game a little bit. I thought, I don't know if you saw this, Elton, but if you watched us a lot last season, we've struggled to break a low block down. So David Moyes kind of played the counter-attacking football against us, knowing we haven't had much chance to change things. And we struggled to break you down. You were very well organised.
Everton were difficult to break down. You're quite right. But I still believe, mind you, with Moyes, you never know. He has his favourites. We've sold one, by the way, one of his favourites, Dwight McNeil, who's gone to Crystal Palace. In exchange, we get Brendan Johnson, who we're hoping will be the Brendan Johnson who played for Nottingham Forest, and he recreates that kind of form with us because he was pretty much a nightmare for the last 6 months of his time at Tottenham. And for the 6 months he was at Palace, he hardly got a look. Maybe he just didn't like it down there. You've got to bear this in mind with players. I mean, he's a northern lad. He goes to Tottenham, London, in other words. Maybe he didn't settle. Maybe it wasn't for him, and possibly that's why. He'll find Liverpool, Merseyside far more like Nottingham than London. That's for sure.
Well, I didn't even know that deal had happened. So thanks for letting me know about that. And that is a cracking deal.
It's a straight swap. No money involved.
I think it's a cracking deal.
I think we've come out of it better. That's for sure.
Yeah, you definitely have if you get the Johnson of Forest. And I think with under Moyes and again further up north, I think you're right. I think you could get the best out of him again.
Yeah,
I think he's a very good player. I wanted Newcastle to sign him when he broke through in the Forest team. I was like,
I
he's a
think
young lad. We should
everyone
be
wanted
looking at.
him when he became available at Forest. I think everybody wanted him.
Yeah.
You know, but he chose Spurs, and you know, it just didn't work out. It just goes down as one of those things. It happens in football. You know, he won't be the first who doesn't settle when he's transferred, and he certainly won't be the last.
Didn't he kind of score the winner in the final against Man United? I know it was an own goal, but wasn't it him on the back post?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it was. I'm sure it was. I'm trying to get rack my
I've
memory.
not done my homework regarding Brendan Johnson as yet. You know, you have to. I know I was always impressed when he played for Wales. He always impressed me. Always there's a goal in this guy. He arrives at the back post. He's got a knack where he times his run to the back post to pick up, you know, odds and sods back there, and invariably, you know, he knocks it in.
Yeah, brilliant. I mean, Palace bought Johnson for 38 million.
Yeah,
bought Dwight McNeil for 20 million. So it just shows you.
Yeah,
that is a great swap.
But Dwight McNeil, he sort of fits in the pretty much the same as Dominic Calvert-Lewin did. It was time for him to go. Now, whereas Calvert-Lewin is doing quite well at Leeds, I don't think he would have done if he'd have stayed at Everton. It was just, you know, it was just time to go.
The right time.
And I think that the same applies to McNeil, who, don't forget, was going to go to Palace in January, but there was on transfer deadline day, and there was a cock-up over the registration. Right. And he couldn't do it. But after that, when Moyes used him quite a bit, because I say Moyes likes him, he probably played best for us in the games that he played in the second half of last season than he had in the previous 3 seasons.
Very interesting. By the way, what do we think to the cartoon script? Do we like it?
I do. Very good.
Good.
I wish I could see it.
Yeah. I know it's not very good on a mobile. It'll look good on a TV.
It is very good, yeah. Yeah.
We'll be hopefully using them more often, as long as Wuzzy keeps on banging them out. Here was the stats, and again, you're not going to be able to see this very well, but these are the stats from the game. Who was your man of the match, Elton, for Everton?
Well, I'm going to give it to Tyrique George, actually, with Harrison Armstrong not far behind.
Well, you're bang on, because Harrison Armstrong got the star man 8.7 and Tyrique George 8.3. So very, very close together.
I like to think I know what I'm talking about.
Just every now and again. Just every now and again. Joe Linton got a 5.8. Go on. It was 2 halves, Scotty. So who was the man of the match in the first half? Who was the man of the match in the second half?
I think I'm going to have to go probably Johan Wissa. I think he huffed and puffed. And I'm going to go the water boy for the second half.
Jacob Murphy.
We were awful.
We were, put a good cross in, got the assist.
Second half. Oh, I think Hornacek didn't. He seems to be settling and commanding his box better.
7 saves, 7 shots on target. He's I say some saves, 4 saves, I should say. You can hear his calls a little bit more as well, which was good.
Joe Linton's interview for captain didn't go very well, did it?
No, he had a stinker.
He's not a captain.
I'm wondering whether he's got other things on his mind, Joe Linton.
Well, he has, as far as we're aware, he has said he would be open to a move to Saudi Arabia, but no one wants him. So that tells you what's going on, doesn't it?
Well, when you think about it, I mean, he was part of that 3-man midfield that I don't know anybody connected with football who didn't admire, that Tonali, Guimaraes and Joe Linton midfield 3.
Yeah, they had it all. That was the thing. They all complemented each other. We don't quite have that now, with obviously 2 of them leaving. So it doesn't work as much. Like I said, we did have more possession, 57%. Like I say, Everton played the perfect low block and counter-attacking football and got forward when they needed to, and used the ball very well when they had it. 12 shots to our 6, 7 on target to our 3. Pretty much how the game deserved to be, really, at the end of the day. Even though we had more of the ball, Everton had more continuous pressure in our box. We were very side to side again, which is.
I know you had two completely different teams out, basically, but I thought throughout the 90 minutes, Everton moved the ball much quicker than you did.
Yes. Yeah.
You know.
So we were far too side to side.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it was a friendly, but that penalty was never a penalty.
Oh yeah, we covered that. We all agree. We all agree it was never a penalty.
Yeah.
Even I agree with that, Scotty.
Yeah. I mean, what? Come on.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
No.
Like I say, used his body well, got in front of the man with the ball, so it looks soft, but you can see why it was given. But I wouldn't have given it personally. So, Elton, looking forward to the season, where do you think have got a chance of finishing?
I think we'll finish higher than we have done the last 2 seasons, which is 13th.
Yeah,
I'm looking for, realistically, I'm looking for 10th. If the team comes together, as I hope it does, then there is a chance that we'll be challenging for, the Europa Conference League. There's a chance there.
There's a very good chance
if we get reinforced. If Barry solves our centre forward problem, which it looks like he might, then I think don't forget we're probably going to get Grealish back.
Yes.
We've got Christian Norgard from Arsenal, who didn't feature yesterday. That potentially is a very good buy, and it's a snip at 7 million. I
agree.
Under Thomas Frank, for 4 years under Thomas Frank at Brentford, he was the guy that made Brentford tick.
Yeah.
He was.
Do you know what it is? I am actually devastated we didn't look at that deal ourselves. For 7 million for a stopgap, for a couple of seasons, I think he is a quality player.
Oh, I think it's I'd love to give credit to one of our recruitment team who got wind of that. Or maybe it's possible. It's just possible, that Norgard said to Mikel Arteta, "Look, I can't be doing this again." He played 7 times in the league last season, and not all were starting. That's not enough. He might have said that to Mikel Arteta, who loved him, by the way. And Mikel Arteta might well have phoned David Moyes. It's very, very possible because they've got a very close relationship.
Yeah,
as you know, Arteta played for us more than he did for anybody else.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
under Moyes. So
very good for you.
That is a real chance there. I've not seen that on Twitter or read it from anybody that could have been the case. I think I'm guessing.
Yeah, but
I think that might well have happened.
Yeah, the links add up, to be fair.
See, when Arsenal bought him, they didn't actually need him. I
think they wanted him for squad depth, didn't they, really?
Yeah, squad, but even still, he didn't get that much time as a squad player. Don't forget, they won the league. They also got to the European Cup final, so a lot of games in there. You had the FA Cup and you had the League Cup. The hell of a lot of games to be played. And Norgard, they say, only featured in 7 league games and very few elsewhere.
Yeah, I agree. So 10th, yeah. Scotty, what about us? I know we're going to have a show on it, but what are you thinking for Newcastle? I'm still waiting for a few more signings before I want to put my nail.
You can't
nail it to the wall.
No, you're going to nail it to the wall tonight.
No, I'm asking you tonight. I'm not saying myself.
This isn't fair. I'm going to go 7th to 13th.
All right, 7 to 13. There's a wide margin.
It is a wide margin, mate. At the minute, yeah, it's a very wide margin.
All right then. I think we're going to finish somewhere between 1st and 17th.
I mean, the thing is, what I saw yesterday, there's glimpses, but not enough, and a few of them need to start pulling the boots on and really starting to show that they're worthy of pulling on the black and white shirt.
A mate of mine in the press who knows pretty much everything that's going on in the transfer market, he tells me that you're going to be in for Carlos Baleba of Brighton.
I heard that. I just don't see it.
He's got a knock though, hasn't he?
He's got more than a knock. He's ruptured his knee.
Oh, well, forget it then.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's got a really bad knee injury, and Brighton turned down 100 million off Man United last summer, so I can't see him being cheap. And unfortunately, we're pivoting as a football club where we're looking for young players, which Baleba is. He fits that style of it. But we're looking for players between 40 and 50 million with a high ceiling to sell on. So Baleba is already at that peak for me, so I just don't see it.
I'm just passing. Don't shoot the messenger.
Oh, no. I get it. It's been all over the news and all over Twitter. And Craig Hope, the local journalist, tweeted it out as well. And we were all like, but he's got a knee injury, and he's, Man United tried 100 million and got turned down. So why would Newcastle be even considering it? So
no.
I mean, he could be on a list, but I think he's probably pretty far down that list, to be fair. Højlberg was the odd one, from Marseille. Obviously, the ex-Spurs midfielder. We were very heavily linked with him, but I think it went down to wages at the end of the day. They didn't offer him enough, and he refused to sign. So there we go.
Did either of you watch the European Super Cup game last night?
No, I didn't.
No.
Well, it's just that Aston Villa had a centre forward. I'd never heard of this guy. They'd obviously kept him under wraps. His name was Brian Modger, and he's 17. He's 6'4". He looked like Erling Haaland.
Really?
He was terrific for 17, making his debut against the European champions. It was unbelievable. And that was the thing that struck me when I watched him. He scored a beautiful goal, by the way. Left foot volley. A Haaland-esque goal. And I'm thinking to myself, boy, you kept this lad under wraps. 17, 6'4". I mean, he's not finished growing.
No,
he hasn't. No.
Probably end up being the size of Haaland by the time he's finished.
He looks as big as Haaland does now. I mean,
wow.
I didn't know who it was. I didn't see the lineups before the game, and I'd never heard of him. So I'm thinking, I wonder who they've got, because I knew Watkins wasn't playing. So who's that big guy up front? Yeah, crack, he's good. Where have they got him from? Well, then I found out later, I think it was probably at half time when they were, talking about him, that he was a 17-year-old. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this guy he'll be talked about this coming season, the way Max Dowman was last season.
Right. Oh, God, I feel sorry for them.
The press will be having a Modger watch,
Yeah, definitely. There's another very exciting prospect for England coming through as well at Man United, JJ Gabriel. Yes, he's only a young lad. He's 17. He bangs them in as well. But he's not like a Haaland build. He's a bit smaller. He's quicker. He's a finisher though. He's basically banging in the same level as Michael Owen was when he was 16.
Yeah.
So this is another one.
It's a huge jump to go from the youth team,
of course,
even the sort of the under 21s, to Premier League level. Whereas this guy, the Villa guy, at 17, I mean, he will give most of the centre halves in the Premier League a very torrid time when they come up against him. I wouldn't want to.
Apparently, he came from Metz in France.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, he played Metz B or whatever it is, the Metz second club, whatever it is. And then he only played about a dozen games, was it, for Metz? Something like that. But he is English.
All right. Congratulations to Aston Villa's scouting team.
Oh, very much so. Oh, and they say they've kept him under wraps, and he was unveiled last night, and yet everyone's going, who's that? Who's this Modger? Crikey, they know about him now.
Look at our shiny new toy.
Yeah, absolutely.
I wish we had some shiny new toys.
We've got 5. What more do you want? We want 4 more, don't we?
Another 4.
Apparently, he wasn't allowed to play until a couple of weeks ago. Villa had to take it to court for him to play. Very interesting. Must have been a registration thing between Mets and Villa, maybe. Probably have to pay compensation.
It was an international clearance he had to get,
right?
Which was daft because he's English.
Yeah,
and that was sort of Villa's line of attack, to UEFA or whoever it was, to say, well, hang on a minute, what do you mean international clearance? He's English. He played for, I think it was Luxembourg at youth level, kids level, but he switched to England, must have been under 17s.
Right.
But I mean, it's ridiculous. You can't get international clearance for an English player playing in England.
Weird. I guess it's probably because he has played for Luxembourg. And he's
yeah, exactly. He played for Mets, Luxembourg, Youth International. I think whoever it was at UEFA, 2 and 2 together. And,
because I think you kind of don't have an alliance to a country until you've represented the country at proper level, as in senior level.
It's got to be competitive. It's got to be a competitive game. Which all internationals are now.
But it can't be England B or, the youth level. As soon as you play for the national team, that's it. You nailed your colours to the mast, haven't you?
There are many, many examples of players, and even to the under-21s in England and Scotland, who ended up as full internationals for the Republic of Ireland.
Yeah,
and vice versa. And vice versa, yeah.
Okay. Thinking about, man, Arsenal. His name's just gone right on. Declan Rice. He played for under-21s for Republic of Ireland, and then
that's right. Yeah. Well, there you go.
So, but what I mean is, you kind of don't have your nationality until you've played for the senior team, because you can switch it up.
You can play for the senior team as long as it's not a competitive match, and then go to another country. But if it's a competitive match, which most internationals are now, because the Nation League, the qualifiers for the for the European Championships, and the qualifiers for the World Cup, there are very few out and out friendly games now.
No, yeah, I absolutely agree. I know someone gets them before. Right. Any more business for Everton, do you think, this summer before you move into the Premier League season?
Well, I'm hoping that we get Jack Grealish back. We're haggling with City at the moment because we are ostensibly skint. I would like to see Grealish come back, but with these players that seem to be overcoming a lack of confidence last season, I'm just wondering whether they will go down that road because his wages are going to be astronomical. But with the likes of, it looks like Ndiaye is going to stay. I wouldn't swear to that. He's certainly not going to go to Saudi. So it looks like at the moment like he's staying. We've got Dibbling out there. We've got George out there. Whether both can play either flank, depending on how you both like to play, like we talked about in the World Cup. Players that go down but like to cut in onto their preferred foot. Which Grealish is a bit like that, actually, when you think about it.
Yeah, he is, yeah. His left side likes to cut inside.
Yeah.
Well, he can go both ways, can't he?
Well, he can. He's a very gifted player.
Yeah, definitely. Moyes was speaking to Jacob Murphy after the game. Maybe it was just like, why with all these rumours happening? Let's make it worse and let's stand next to each other and have a conversation and let's stop those rumours again.
Yeah, let's take the piss out of everybody.
Yeah. I mean, I can't see you going for Murphy when you've got these wingers and you're going to bring in Grealish as well. It doesn't really make sense to me. But like, again,
it doesn't now. I mean, we talked about this earlier. When was it? I don't know. We talked about it, and I'd heard that we were possibly doing, but that was before the other deals. So now I think it's dead. I mean, Everton before the World Cup. We're very much in with the chance of getting Jed Spence for about 20 million quid. But again, you know, when it comes to Everton and spending money, it's always a haggle. It's always, and it never got past that stage. And of course, then Jed Spence has a very good World Cup, as we know, and he's going to Inter Milan for about 30 million. If Everton had really been on the mark, you know, they could have got him for between 18 and 20 million before the World Cup. But that's our recruitment.
In hindsight, it's in this. I mean, it happens to us all the time. We haggle, and then someone swoops in and takes the player away from us. And we're used to it now. Very quickly, guys, if you play Super 6 and you want to join the league, the Through Black and White Eyes League is open. Jules runs it. It's mainly down to her. She wants some competition. So if you fancy having a bit of friendly banter, see if you can beat Jules and anybody else who joins the league. So there's the PIN number. Just got to find it. It's very easy to do. And Super 6 is free to play. And I'll tell you what, if it gets to 100 members, I'll give away a free prize to the winner at the end of the season. But it's got to get to 100 members. So get downloading, guys, if you like doing that. Right, another friend of the channel, part of the backroom staff, our masked tweeter, who loves tracking aeroplanes and important aeroplanes, tweeted this out. Morning all, last week we had a jet in from Lille. Everyone says it was for Sunderland, returning from their friendly. It wasn't. I can't even pronounce that person's name. Or that place. Was it Ryachek? Flight route has started.
Reykjavik,
there we go. It started.
Iceland,
right. I honestly think we're trying to get Hakun Anjar Haraldsson from Lille. Fits the profile, and he's a quality little player. So, is he a quality little player? Let's find out, because we have done our homework, as we always do on this channel, for you guys. So, 33 matches last season, 7 goals, 5 assists. He's an attacking midfielder, something we need, something we're crying out for. He's only 23. Lille in France.
Lille, all right.
Lille. He's passing 84% success rate, progressive passes 94 through the season. Chances created, I always look at this for an attacking midfielder, 49 chances created through the season, which I think is very good. His dribbling success rate is 57.9%, so not very high, but he's more of a cultured passer of the football.
How old is he?
He's 23.
Okay.
So he fits the profile of what we're looking for. Someone who's got a high ceiling. He could be with us for 2-3 years. We could buy him for 30, 40 million. Could be worth 80 million to a bigger club who wants to pay it. So he looks like a player, fits the profile. The plane routes that are basically, this guy follows all the planes that Jamie Rubin gets on and all that lot. So he puts 2 and 2 together. But this player fits our profile. What do you think, Scotty?
Yeah, I mean, like you say, I think you made the nail on the head. He fits the profile. Yeah, okay, he's not a dribbler. He looks like he can pass a ball really well, and that's what we need. I'd be excited to get him through. I'd be excited for him. Yeah. Let's bring him in.
Oh, that's interesting. Chelsea have come out and said to City, if you don't bid by Friday 5 p.m, he's not for sale for Enzo. Now, that's a really weird one, because after the World Cup, Enzo has said, I don't want to go back to the Premier League. So it seems a bit strange.
He is, we say in Liverpool, he's a barn tosser.
Yeah.
He's got a screw. He's a very, very good player, don't get me wrong, but he's definitely got a screw loose.
Yeah, I agree with that. Very much so. Nail on the head with that one, Elton.
That 5 p.m. deadline, by the way, City have got to match Chelsea's asking price, which is about 140 million.
140? God, I wouldn't pay that for him.
140.
No.
That's their asking price. And they're saying to City, come and get him. That's the price. And if you want him, you've got to do it by 5 o'clock tomorrow. Now, where this might become possible is if Rodri goes to Barcelona.
Yes, and that is a possibility, but apparently Barcelona are lowballing Man City at the moment. So, oh, that's
if they want him, they'll get him. But they're going to have to pay probably about 80 million for Rodri, who's in the last year of his contract. So that sets a little bit of a precedent, doesn't it?
It does.
So if they get Rodri for 80 million, then they might be tempted to go for Fernandes for 140.
Yeah, true.
They'll look at it like we're getting a younger version of Rodri, and paying only 60 million for him.
Yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it?
It makes sense, but when has football made sense?
Not forever, not since the 90s. For me,
it made perfect sense when I started out in the 70s and 80s. Yeah. It was simple. You used to ring up a chairman, anyone you care to name in the Northwest, I'm talking about, and just say, "Is there any truth that you're going for so-and-so?" "Oh, yeah, we'll get him." Bob Paisley told me on the team coach coming back from Middlesbrough on the opening day of the 77-78 season. They played Middlesbrough. This is the story briefly. They played Middlesbrough, and I was on the team coach coming back, and Bob Paisley came and sat next to me, and he goes, "What do you think?" And I said, "Well, it was a great point. Kenny Dalglish's debut, and he scored. It was 1-1. I said, "But I tell you what, I really like that fella Souness for Middlesbrough." And he said, "Yeah, we'll be buying him." And I thought, "Oh, what a scoop! I've got a story." He said, "But you can't say anything." So I didn't, and they signed him in January.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Where was it?
Far more open back then.
He was in Bournemouth, wasn't he?
Was he in Bournemouth?
He looked well.
That's his family. That's where he lives. So it doesn't surprise me. Well, Osimhen to Arsenal will never happen. I think they turned down a massive bid from Saudi for Osimhen recently, and that was like 130, 140 million or something stupid like that. So there's no way Arsenal are going to have a chance of buying him because they're not going to pay anywhere near that.
It goes against the grain, with me.
It does.
Because I'm an old fart, that you are the richest club side in the world. And you can't use that money.
Yeah,
I don't like that.
Yeah. It's shocking, isn't it? But again, it's not just us now. You guys have got rich owners. Villa have got rich owners.
Oh no, we've got owners. We've got a few bob. They're not rich enough to run a football club properly.
All right.
And don't forget, they also own Roma, and they seem to be slightly more interested in Roma than they do with Everton at the moment. With Roma being in the Champions League, you can kind of understand it, but why buyers then?
Yeah, well, multi-club ownership, isn't it?
Multi-club ownership, yeah.
That's what they like. That'll never happen. Trust me, that will never happen. Roma need to sell players, apparently. There we go. I mean, they're probably strung by PSR or SCR, whatever you want to call it these days. Right, Scotty, we need how many players?
4. I'd like 4. I'd like 5, minimum 4. Yeah. If he doesn't get his 4 in, mate, this season's going to be an absolute barnstormer because we are going to struggle. You can see it now.
Yeah. Here's a question for you.
Go on then.
Carry on. No, you carry on.
No, I was just going to say, all banter aside, Asul is starting to worry me as well. He can't lead the line. So there's a lot on Johan Wissa's shoulders.
And Baltimore.
I'm keeping zipped about him at the minute. I'm keeping zipped. Sorry.
I like him, but I'm not sure what's going on with him at the moment.
I like him, but I don't think it's going to work out, mate.
It's a shame. Elton out of the 3 promoted clubs, who's got the chance of staying up?
Gosh. That's terrible. You don't really know what they're doing behind the scenes at the moment. I mean, everyone thought Sunderland would go last season, didn't they? And they had a fantastic season. I wouldn't hold out much hope for Hull or Ipswich. I think Coventry might surprise a few. I've got. I made a list of teams who might be worse off than they were last season. Unfortunately, you guys are one of them.
We finished 12th all day, and we can't get worse than that.
Oh, excuse me. You're talking to someone who watched his team finish 17th for about 3 years on the run. Palace, I think they will struggle this season.
Yes.
And I had Villa down, but having seen them last night holding their own against the European champions, and with this gargantuan number 9, 17-year-old number 9, I'm beginning to think that I was a bit premature there. Of the teams who will undoubtedly do better this season, I've got Chelsea, Liverpool, and Spurs.
Spurs will still be Spursy.
No,
Yeah, I'm not...
Spurs will be challenging Champions League this season. Believe me.
Interesting. See, I've got Spurs still struggling a little bit. I think they've spent too much too quickly, and I think they might not gel quick enough.
I like the manager.
I do. I like the manager as well. I think he's a very good manager, but I've just got this feeling that might not.
They haven't finished spending yet either.
Well, that doesn't surprise me either.
I'm pretty sure they will get a, if you like, a 60, 70 million pound centre forward.
That's what they need. That's what they're missing.
Richarlison's not the answer. God love him. And Solanke has just got a history of injury, hasn't he?
Yeah.
You know, so I think they will go in the market for a quality number 9.
Yeah. If they get quality number 9,
I say don't ask me who. I mean,
if they get a quality number 9, someone who can score, say, 15, 20 goals a season, then yes, Spurs will do very well. But until they get that final piece of the jigsaw, I still see them struggling scoring goals.
Yeah.
Well, this is what football is.
Yeah.
It's a subject of differing opinions.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I just got the vibes as much as anything else that Tottenham will do well. You know, they will not be flirting with relegation the way they
won't be flirting with relegation. I just don't think they'll be Champions League.
I think they'll be up there, you know, competing for Europe.
I tell you what is interesting. We've got 9 new managers in the league this year.
Yes.
I wish it was
9 new
10.
managers.
You do as well, don't you?
10. Would you get rid of yours, Elton?
Yeah.
Really? I'm quite shocked at that.
No, he's done a great job in keeping us up, and up until the last 3 months of last season, you know, I was very much in favour of David Moyes, but he really let it slip towards the back end of last season. He's only got a year left on his contract, and as yet, we've not heard anything that he's being offered a new one. So I think it's possibly time. I don't think it will happen before the start of the season. I think if we got off to a really bad start, then it might accelerate the process. The guy I'm very interested in is Sebastian Hoeneß of Stuttgart. He will be a very good Premier League manager one day.
He was touted out for us, wasn't he, at one point?
Was.
And the other one, obviously, is the dearly departed Mr. Howe. I mean, I got the impression when he left you, he needed a break.
Yes, he did.
He needed a rest, you know, because his health wasn't great, was it, last season? No. And I think that's contributed to his decision to leave Newcastle. But, you know, he's a boyhood Evertonian.
He is.
And as you know,
break my heart to see him in your dugout.
Well, as I said countless time on your show, I think he's a very good manager.
Yeah,
he's a very good manager.
And if you know, given a few months, and either David Moyes decided he couldn't take it any further, or the club decided that David Moyes couldn't take it any further, I think if he's fit and healthy and hungry again, then Eddie Howe for me. Or
There's
Sebastian
there's a certain warm Andy at West Ham now. She's a big fan of Eddie Howe.
Well, I don't think Nuno's going anywhere at West Ham at the moment.
No, I don't think straight away, but maybe 6 months, maybe a year down the line.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, when you're talking in terms of 6 months, etc., you have no idea in football.
No, but then again, the England job's screaming for him really as well, isn't it? Let's be honest. Because you can't tell me Tuchel's not sat there going, shit, Eddie's left Newcastle.
You see, if England get off to a terrible start in qualifications for the Nations League and all that sort of stuff, there's every chance that the England job will come up. There is.
Yeah. Oh, there is now that Eddie's free.
Yeah, but Tuchel, didn't win any fans in the World Cup, did he?
No, because he played the same way that Gareth Southgate, so it doesn't know.
Well, exactly.
But then again, like a lot of people don't like the way Eddie Howe plays football either.
Yeah,
they're wrong. But
but Tuchel came out all mouth one year and he said, "I'm going to do it this way. We should have done it this way. This is how England should have done it." And then when he got the opportunity to do it, he kind of went,
yeah.
Well, I mean, you talk about time in football. It's so unpredictable. If I'd have said to you two guys, after you'd won the Carabao Cup and qualified for the Champions League, if I'd have said to you back then, "Oh, Eddie Howe will be gone in a year," you'd have laughed your socks off.
Yeah, that's true.
I was still laughing my socks off 3 weeks ago before he went. So, yeah, I didn't see it happening this quick.
Interesting. Very interesting. Right, let's leave it there because we could be here all night talking about Eddie Howe and everyone and new managers and all this sort of stuff. Got some exciting news though. Me and Elton will be doing a show once a week, previewing every single Premier League game and having our prediction. We're going to have a little bit of a challenge off and see who comes out with the most points at the end of the season. It will be on different days because of my work schedule. It's going to be one that's going to be done through the day. The first one will be on Tuesday around 2 or 2:30, depending on what's best for both of us. So tune into that because the first weekend is always the hardest to predict. Because there's always I
love accumulators. I love doing those with and for the opening. I mean, I'm doing a couple for the start of the EFL season this coming weekend, but I never predict results. I just go. The teams I like the look of, should I say. Yeah. If they're away from home, I'll put that one as both teams to score, and that's it. I don't predict who's going to win. You just don't know. I mean, in the Premier League, the likes of Joe Royle always used to say to me that the one thing you don't want is to go to a newly promoted side at their place. He said that's the worst possible start you can get.
Isn't that what Sunderland are doing as well? Or have they got them at home? Because they've got Ipswich, haven't they? Because
I have no idea. I just know we've got talent.
I've said they get turned over by Ipswich first game of the season. And I think
very possible.
We beat Liverpool.
Hull Man United at 12:30, Ipswich Sunderland at 3 o'clock, and Coventry must be playing the Friday night because I haven't found them. Yeah, away to Arsenal. Welcome to the Premier League, Coventry.
Well, that's what you get promotion for.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Frank Lampard wouldn't have thrown his head in his hands when he saw that come out.
No.
He'd have thought, that's great. This is what we spent all last season trying to achieve.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. But I'm going to have to, when we do our show, it is literally you're going to have to predict the score. And we're going to have a bit of fun with it as well.
No, there'll be a few 2-1s, I'll tell you.
Oh, yeah. There always is 2-1s, isn't there? So everyone, thank you for watching. We will be back Saturday night. We'll be reviewing the Newcastle game that's played on Saturday day. We'll also be back on Sunday night with Dan, who will be reviewing with Scott the game that's played on Sunday. 2 games in 2 days is silly, but there you go. Monday night, hopefully, we've got the Geordies, Mackham Smoggies. And then Tuesday, like I said, me and Elton will be doing our show, and then we're over on Mancunian Way Tuesday night to have a fight with our oil brothers again. But everyone, thank you very much for tuning in, Elton. Thank you so much, Scotty. Brilliant as always. That is
cheers, Scotty.
See you later, Elton. Have a good one.
All the best, boys.
Bye.
Bye.